All right, guys. Do I have to be the one to say it? Do I have to be the one to say that this Wes Watson fight video is a bunch of BS? It's a staged video. It looks totally fake to me. I don't believe anything about it. And I'm going to explain why, okay? Yeah, I just watched the video. Like, I've been watching it for the last few days. I watch YouTube a lot, right? The guy was no threat to you whatsoever. You're sitting with your three boys, 3 or 4. I'm not sure. There might be 3, 4, 5. There might have been 10. I think there was 4. There's 4, 4 guys. I think they're all sitting there. Wes is on a bench. So this guy comes up. First of all, what's strange, the guy sets up his phone, but you might think, okay, Wes is probably thinking, oh, I'm a smart guy. He put his phone down because he's trying to tape it for clout. No, you guys said, hey, get the angle from here. Don't worry, we're not going to, because at first they didn't show this part where the guy put the phone down. So anyways, the guy walks up very casually. He's a long, thin guy, okay? For one, Wes always makes fun of guys for 10-inch arms. This guy probably has 10-inch arms. Not that that's a big deal. He's more like a basketball player type, long, lean guy. So he puts the phone down, and then he walks up to Wes Watson, and he gives a little shove like this. So not threatening at all, a little shove like this. And the way he did it was like, okay, this guy is not a fighter. He's not about the gangster life, the guy who did the push. He's not a guy to be worried about, especially when you got all 4 of your guys. I'm way smaller than Wes Watson. If someone pushed me like that, I'd be like, hey, whoa, what's going on here, man? I wouldn't even feel threatened. I would just feel like, whoa, this guy's in my space. That's weird. But it was such an unthreatening approach and push. And we don't know what he said, but of course Wes Watson's going to say, he said some killer thing to me. But he didn't. I would almost guarantee he didn't. It's like WWE gone wrong, this thing, okay? So he gives a little push, and then the other guy comes over and he gives another little push again, like that. I'm not even exaggerating. I'll play the video. He pushes like that slow. Like, I could push Wes Watson way harder than this guy could, and Wes Watson is whatever he says. He brags about being on 240 pounds of muscle. So he's 240. So he's somewhere around 240. But since Wes feeds us so much bullshit, he might be 210. And just by me saying he's 210, if you ever see this video, which you never will, but if you ever saw the video, you'd probably hate my guts, not for making the video, but for calling him 210, okay? That's how much his ego is messed up. So these guys are crazy on YouTube here, okay? So the guy pushed him lightly. Then next thing you know, something all happens and the guy's on the ground. Someone says, you can't really tell, but someone says Wes Watson took off his weight belt and smacked him across the head and he fell down. So for another thing, a tough guy takes off his weight belt to fend off a guy who's not a threat at all when you have 3 other friends sitting here with you and Wes Watson is much bigger and badder than this guy was, this actor. I'm going to call him actor from now on. Wes Watson was bigger than the actor. Okay? And the actor probably fed him a script or something when he walked up to him, because his back's to the camera, right? So you never see the actor's face. So anyways, it's a light push. Then all of a sudden, from what we're saying, there's a weight belt hits him in the head. And then the guy's on the ground, crumpled up like, okay, I'm totally done. I'm not fighting. So at this point now, it's not necessary whatsoever for Wes Watson to put his hands on him. But since he's an actor, and we didn't show the first day we're trying not to show the full video, but you know how YouTube, you know how social media is, we will get that video. Not me, but YouTube, social media will get that video somehow. Okay. So then he punched him, I think it was a right hand, while he's down at least 9, I don't even know, I'll have to count it later, anywhere from 8 to 10 times. Could have been 20, but I think it was 9. I'm using that joke. Some other guy was saying that when he was talking about this stuff. He was exaggerating all the numbers, but then came with a real number. So it's probably around 9 times. Okay, I'm probably going to use the video off of John Bravo, which he does an amazing job following all this stuff. He's got video. He's got he talked to the owner of Elevation Gym, so he's got all kinds of good stuff. He did his research, so he's got good stuff. But no, what they don't do, Johnny Bravo doesn't even do it. No one's saying this is a stage fight. But I think it's because they're content creators. They want drama to talk about. But since I'm a content creator, or I'm trying to be, okay? So subscribe to this channel. I'm trying to be a content creator. That's my goal for 2025. So I'm looking to be a YouTube creator. So I want to be a YouTuber. So anyway, so even Johnny Bravo's not saying this is a stage fight. I've seen a few of the other convict channels calling him out for, well, it looks kind of staged. You know what? I think it's not real. They're not even calling it out. I saw one time the guy walk up and that little push he did, and I said, this is so fake, it's not even funny. The guy walked up with no aggression. Now they're even trying to say that this guy has special needs or something by the look in his eyes or something. Whatever. There's all kinds of crazy stories. Because they're trying to justify why this guy looks so awkward walking up. He looked awkward. He looked like an actor. He looked like he's never fought a day in his life. He's definitely not a fighter. His push wasn't hard enough to knock me over, and I'm 100 pounds less, well, maybe not 100 pounds, almost 100 pounds less than Wes Watson, okay? So if I went and pushed Wes Watson, he'd probably laugh at me, but you know what? That guy, in normal life, Wes Watson, as a normal person, would not feel threatened by this guy, but he had something to prove, and also for social media, because his social media is going down. His YouTube videos, because even other channels are making fun of him, his watch time, his views and stuff on his videos is so low compared to the amount of subscribers he supposedly has, and all these millions and millions of dollars he has, and this $90,000 a month rent he has on this mansion, because that's how he rolls, and these 10 fancy cars, and his whatever Louis Vuitton bag is, or purse they call it. Yeah, so this was a stage fight for sure. Even the guys trying to fend him off weren't even aggressive about it, because they all knew what had to happen. They knew, okay, the paid actor's coming in. He's going to push us. But the guy should have pushed harder. Like, you should have pushed him so hard that you actually moved Wes Watson. And no, you should have pushed so hard that you knocked his friend over. Like, if you're going to do WWE, sell it. Is that what they call it? Sell it. You don't even sell it. WWE is watching and saying, oh my God, that's embarrassing. Okay? You couldn't even sell a confrontation where you're supposed to push a guy with aggression, and you can't even do that, but the tapes were already rolling, so Wes Watson had to follow through, because he already paid the actor the money. They couldn't do a retake because they're trying to pretend it all happened like normally. So they couldn't do a retake. And Wes Watson, they're not smart. They think that us viewers are a bunch of idiots because we're not alpha male guys with 20-inch arms, tattoos everywhere, bald heads, beards, and over 220. So we're all a bunch of idiots anyways. We're all a bunch of girly men, or whatever he calls it. I can't remember what he calls it.
Everybody send this video to your favorite Wes Watson call-out dude and tell him to suck my dick and pull up. Straight up. Just tell him, stop talking. He gave you the address and the time. Go see if he's there, because he will be there. But if you want, you can come down to that address and get your ass served. Okay? Okay, we good? Let's go, motherfucker. And this situation,
it was so fake, I still can't believe it. Okay? So yeah, so I just want to come on here, and I'm calling that shit a fake. Do you think there's any, do you think, they said they called the police. Why do we have police reports? They called the police. How come we didn't see any police come in? They called the police. How come this guy isn't pressing charges? Because you can make a lot of money suing a guy that makes millions and millions of dollars, supposedly. I'm sure he does, because he looks like he does, because he does scam a lot of people for a real expensive training to get yelled at and treated like an idiot. So I don't know why he does it. I don't know why people want that kind of motivation. But I tell you, at first he was pretty motivating. He's not at all anymore. He still can redeem himself, I think. He has to come and tell the truth. Is he going to do that? I don't think so. But he could come and tell the truth about this whole bullshit and tell his real story. And I think he still has a place in the social media scene as an influencer. But anyways, yeah, so this paid actor, okay, let's just say he's not a paid actor. This man who assaulted Wes Watson and had it coming to him, based on the footage alone, you could sue off of Wes Watson for sure, or at least attempt to sue him, or extort him, or whatever it is, however you make money. You can make a lot of money off this guy, off Wes Watson, because Wes Watson went above and beyond self-defense. It was not necessary whatsoever. Even if the first hit he made, okay, that's enough. The guy falls on the ground, balls up with his hands, and you hit him 10 more times. You got lunch, and you got 3 buddies right beside you, and all of you guys are bigger than this guy. Actually, no, you did a good job with this one. You threw in a small guy to try and fight off the big guy at the very beginning of the video. You'll see. You put in a little small guy, probably like 140 pounds, just so you can show the contrast in sizes. Like, oh, look how big he was. My boy went to push him, and my boy was a foot shorter. So he got the smallest guy in his team of guys, his squad, or whatever you want to call it, the people he runs with. So one of Wes's smallest buddies tried to push him off. Like, come on. It was so staged. I know this actor got paid. I hope he got paid well. For some reason, I don't think he probably did. Let's hope he got paid well because he's being quiet. He's not trying to sue. Nothing's happening about the video. You know what I mean? They should have like a backstory about this gangster. Like, everyone should know who this gangster is. Like, he's a wild man. He's a gangbanging. No one knows who the gangster is. And the gangster's not pressing charges. He's not going, he can get social media clout big time and become famous on social media and create a channel and all this kind of stuff. He's not doing all that because he's not that guy. He was paid, and he probably signed something saying, once this is over, I take the money and I will not say anything ever about what we just, what is it called? NDR or whatever. So he signed something like that, probably just like you do when you're meeting a celebrity or you're going to a celebrity's party or something. You sign some agreement saying, I'm not going to say anything that happened here. We're not going to take pictures, blah, blah, blah. Because that phone he probably put down to tape at the beginning is probably one of because as soon as he put it down, his friends probably went and picked it up because it's their phone. You know what I mean? They probably already gave him the phone. Here's my phone. Just hit record, put it down on the tripod, and there we go. So that's it. I'm calling bullshit on the whole thing. I thought it from the very beginning, especially they're trying to say he was a gangster stuff. When you see all you have to see is the push that was considered threatening, so threatening to Wes Watson that he had to beat him down and put him in the hospital, which we don't even have any hospital records. And we've heard nothing about a hospital. We've heard nothing about charges. We've heard nothing about police. We just hear from Wes Watson, who's told us he was in jail for 10 years, he was in jail for 7. He told us he was in one of the scariest jails or prisons in all of America, and he wasn't there either because all these, what do you want to call it, convict channels, they're calling him out big time. They're saying this guy's he's full of shit. And they're saying if he ever goes back to jail again, this guy is going to get his ass kicked. Okay, because he's not about that life. Wes Watson is not about that life apparently, but he likes because he didn't want to get in a real fight. He had to make sure I'm going to stage a fight, pay the actor, so there's no way in hell anything's going to go wrong here. I'm not going to get hurt, and I'm not going to go to jail either. Because that's another thing you think you would worry about. If you're an ex-convict, why in the hell would you hit a guy 10 more times on the ground when you're an ex-convict and the first thing where you're going is to jail? He's not in jail. Okay, let's just keep that in mind. He's not in jail. Wes Watson doesn't have any attorneys defending him. He's not keeping low. He's not keeping a low profile on social media. He's actually going on social media bragging about it and saying that could have been you haters. I told you I'm about that life. I beat his ass. I did that. Don't step up on me. All that stuff, right? With his arm flexed in the video the whole time, because he's about that life. So, anyways, that's my video. Again, the freaking fight or altercation is bullshit. I knew it was bullshit the second I saw that push. And then the more video I see, the more people talk about it, the more and more it is bullshit. And Dubs out there, man, I love your channel. I got a lot of this content from your channel. Dubs is one of he has one of these convict channels, but this guy is the real deal. He doesn't talk about beating people up. He tells you all about Wes Watson, what Wes Watson's really all about, and he breaks down Wes Watson's stories and debunks them all. Because everything he's feeding us is a bunch of bullshit. So Dubs, thanks for that. And I know, Dubs, I know you agree with me here. This is a bunch of bullshit. The whole fight is staged. You know it, I know it, but I know you got a YouTube channel to run. I know you like keeping the drama alive because it's fun for you guys. You guys create content day after day about this crazy bullshit fight as more stuff comes out. But I'll comment some more. So if you don't believe me that that was a bunch of bullshit stage fight, put in the comments below. I want to discuss it. I want to know why you think it was real. Or why you agree with me. Give me more proof that I'm right. that this was the biggest stage fight you've ever seen. And there's way more stage stuff on YouTube. Way more. Not just about Wes Watson, but all these people. So much stage shit. I think I'm going to start doing my take on all the stage bullshit on YouTube. Because I'm that guy who watches these YouTube videos and I always look at them and say, oh, that's a bunch of bullshit. But I never say anything because I don't like to make comments and stuff. I don't like to whatever, rattle the fence, or I like to walk the line. I like to be Mr. Nice Guy. If you don't have something to say, don't. But you have to take a stance. So now when I see bullshit, or I see staged bullshit, especially, there's so much out there, I probably keep myself busy making videos every day. So I'm going to start putting out videos. So if you see any staged bullshit that has something to do with the fitness industry, whether it's in the gyms, especially all these gym bullshit videos about people saying, oh, that creep is staring at me, send me those and I'll break it down, especially if it looks like you think these people know each other and they actually stage this video together. That's what I mean by stage videos. If you think there are two people like YouTubers or two people that know each other are working on making this weird scenario and trying to make it viral, basically forcing viral videos by thinking they're actors, but you can see right through the bullshit and you think it's staged, let me look at the video, and if I think it's staged, there's a bunch of bullshit, I'll make a video about it. All right, thanks again for checking it out. I'm Shaun Campbell, rocking the Workout Warrior, because workout warriors are anyone who's trying to better their life through health and fitness and all that kind of stuff. So we're all workout warriors. Wes Watson, I would have said you're a workout warrior, but the shit you're doing out there, because workout warriors also are role models, okay? And they lead by example. The example, Wes Watson, you're putting out there is not good. The role modeling part is not good. I know it's for YouTube, but you got to tone this shit down. Tell your real story, still amp up the game, because this is entertainment. Like, I don't yell at cameras normally. This is entertainment, I understand that. But put more truth to it. Don't put people down. That's about what it comes down to, because we're all role models. We're all lead by example. All of us workout warriors, okay? So follow the healthy lifestyle, better yourself through health and fitness, and above all, be a good role model to those around you. I'm Shaun Campbell 2.0, and we'll see you next time.